and shift the season. Listen, tonight I'm so excited to have our one and only, the Bravo Nation nutritionist and health advisor, right? Putting out a disclaimer, this is for informational purposes only. But listen, we have adopted her to be our nutritionist. We have adopted her to give us how to eat healthy. Like, she is a cook, she's a chef, she's a nurse. Listen, Laquita Marie is packed. The Lord has packed her well. And so I'm going to bring her up. I'm excited. Hello to all of you in the chat, all of you up there in those expensive seats. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Remember to take that right hand, left hand, place it somewhere, your mind, your heart, your soul, and give yourself a bravo. Just because, and you do not need permission. I said you don't need permission. You just better encourage yourself, because somebody may not come along and encourage you. So you better learn how to touch your mind, your heart, your soul, wherever you need encouragement, and give yourself a bravo. I'm giving you a bravo. I'm going to get these hand claps working. They're right here in here. If I play them, I could hear them in my headphones, but you can't hear them. That means there's some kind of connection I got to get fixed, but I have them right here. But listen, Chef Laquita Marie, listen, she is what? A certified food for life instructor. She's trained by the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. I told you she's a nurse too. She teaches the program's curated curricula, which includes free recipes and for dietitians and vegan cuisine experts. Listen, this lady has it going on, empowering students. She's about family. She's about eating healthy. She's about giving away what God has given her. And you know, I always say, you can't hold it. You have to what? I heard you. You have to give it away. So tonight she's coming up on this platform to what? Say it loud. Give it away. So without further ado, let me bring my beautiful sister to the Bravo stage. Hey, Laquita.
Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody tonight?
Everybody is doing good. We got folks here ready to go with your beautiful self. So
Oh, thank you.
thank you so much for coming back. You know, we said the last time, like, that was too good for one shot. We got to come back at least once a month and encourage us to eat better, to show us different recipes, right? And to show us the benefit of switching some things out of our diet, right? And we're going to talk about a few things tonight. I'm excited because you are a woman with a lot of information. And one
Thank
of the
you.
things I asked you to talk about tonight, and I know you like to talk about it while you're cooking, and we're going to talk about Amazon. We're going to talk about the benefit of a store and all these wonderful things. So, what's going on with you, pretty lady?
Hello, thank you. Thank you for such a warm greeting. That's beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello to everyone in the chat. It's always great to grace your platform, Sheila. You're such a doll. I appreciate it. And I guess it's all that etiquette. You know, I think about you all the time when my kids yawn. And I'm like, cover your mouth. And I'm like, they need Bravo with Sheila, her etiquette class. Because nobody listens to their mom, but
Oh,
you get other women involved, and they love it. They love being directed by other women that are like fabulous like yourself, successful looking, successful feeling, and they know it. They like, okay, yeah, this lady is fancy right here. But yes, and they do eat well around here. They've been what do you call it, beneficiaries of Amazon, because they have access to my Amazon account, which
oh,
means, now this is just a regular old Amazon Prime, which means they
right.
can watch Prime content on TV, but they can also put things into the cart. I don't let them hit the buy button. They just can put things.
Your cart must be full.
There are so many things in the save for later category, because they always like, "Mommy, did you take that out of the cart? Did you put that? Like, what did you do?" I'm there. Look under save for later. It's there. Um, But tonight we're going to talk about being on the other side of Amazon, because a lot of us are consumers. All of us, we have to purchase things. We have to buy and trade and sell and all of that kind of stuff. But tonight, hello to everybody. I see everybody in here.
They're
Anya,
greeting you.
Minster,
Yeah,
Von Eric, I
yeah,
love all the comments and the well wishes, greetings, and how everybody's chatting. So
yeah.
I'm sorry, I talk a lot.
But no, you talk good. You give good, and you just being yourself. Laquita Marie. That's what I want you to be.
Yes. So, and I will say this tonight, like you said, I like to do things while I'm cooking because I cook a lot. I cook all the time. I just finished some ravioli for the kids, whereas I don't eat dairy products. So, we have a non-dairy ravioli that I found that the kids like because there are several out there, quite a few. So, for years, people have had dairy allergies and
Mm,
they were just, I don't know what they were doing, because
right.
I guess they were eating more whole foods because really and truly, the processed foods are those are the things that we're
Yeah.
always like, what y'all gonna eat if you don't eat this processed food? So I found the non-dairy ravioli, and
Mm,
and then I just make my red sauce with a store-bought sauce. However, I always chop up all the veggies that go in it. So
right.
whatever I have, purple cabbage, green cabbage, carrots, red pepper, onion,
Hmm.
some kind of way I didn't have garlic. I don't know. I don't know what kind of life I'm living. If y'all are out there, pray my strength in the store. Okay, I need some garlic. Woo!
Oh my goodness.
It is hard out here for a cook, for a chef, for a mom. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
Laquita. Go
so
ahead.
no,
I can't wait to get. No, it's like I always yield to you the way you want to flow, how you want to start out. Because I know while you're cooking, you like to chat and you have information. So do what you do. I'm here if there's something I want to say or get, plug in, or if there are questions, and you know how we do here with the Bravo Nation. They have
yes.
questions, or I'll be putting up comments that they're saying, or they might want to know when you're cooking, because you're giving information that maybe a lot of people that are watching don't know about, right? I
Mm,
mean, for yourself and myself, we know that we're both, we don't eat meat. We know
right.
that we don't eat meat. We have that in common, right? We have a few things in common in terms of how we eat, but there are people that still eat meat or want to change or find some, because there's this thing that says, oh, it's nasty. You guys don't, like you said, we don't eat good. That's not good. If it's not meat, it's not good. And that's not true.
It's not true that if it doesn't have meat, it's nasty because, growing up, I grew up where I went to church a lot, and our church was in a rural area where a lot of people grew their own foods. And so they were making their green beans without meat, even
Mm-hmm.
though they had plenty of access to salt pork and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
They were making their collard greens and whatnot, and their mixed greens, without meat. So I definitely have had both sides of the coin. And then the other thing is, let's just get the elephant on the table. The elephant in the room. Let's put them on the table, right? Let's pick them
Yeah.
apart, piece by,
Let's
by piece, bite by
let's
bite,
just shred them,
and
shred them.
yeah. And this is the huge elephant. The huge elephant is that because I only promote fruits and vegetables, I'm like, y'all get more fruits and vegetables no matter what you're eating. But regardless of how many times I say, even with everything else you're eating, just increase your fruits and vegetables,
Hmm.
people always hear that as I gotta have my meat. And I don't care how much meat you eat. All I'm saying is eat more fruits and vegetables. So
Right.
look, y'all, that's the elephant. Matter of fact, we ate them whole. That was it. That's it.
We just destroyed them.
Yeah, because what happens is we have people out here that are eating, let's just say ravioli, right? They will eat the ravioli with a cheese sauce or a red sauce. But the red sauce doesn't have any vegetables other than what might have been put in with the tomatoes.
Hmm.
And when you look at the labels, the first ingredient is the most ingredient in that whatever you're having. And then it goes down and down and down. So we
Hmm.
really don't know how many celery, onions, and all the other stuff they put into that red sauce. And we just feel like, oh, here's all the vegetables right here in one jar.
Right.
When,
Correct.
you know,
Correct.
so that's what I'm saying. So people will just have that red sauce, and then they will add sausage, they will add pepperoni,
Right.
and they will add, I don't know, chicken, right? Three different
Hmm.
meats. And they'll say, "Oh, I gotta have my meat," or they will only eat chicken wings. And I'm like, okay, stop playing with that celery and ranch next to it. Eat it. Eat that celery. Celery is an herb. Like herbs are healing. So our fruits and vegetables are like our regular maintenance. That's like the toothbrush. That's like the bath cloth. That's like the soap. They just helping you daily. The fruits and vegetables.
Mhm.
The herbs are what are going to heal you. And certain things that we
Mhm.
call fruits and vegetables, they fall into the category of herbs. They
Mhm.
fall into the category of fruits, and it's not a vegetable, and we think otherwise. So my point is, when you just eat more of them, you don't even have to wonder, is this a herb? How do I know what this is? What
Right.
category? You don't need to
Right.
worry. Just get more of it, and guess what? You will heal. You will heal. Hey, Tori's brain. Oh, JBWR too. You got
Yes.
everybody up in here.
You know they
Okay,
you
y'all
know
coming
they love
through.
you. They love you. They love you. They love you. You know how you do.
Look, now we got more men in here. I'm gonna start with tonight's sandwiches, and I want you
Okay.
all to ask questions because I'm not really making a specific sandwich per se. I'm just showing you all because we all eat sandwiches. Some of our sandwiches are very boring. So while we're talking, I'll just be showing you all some savvy ways to better your sandwiches, which means I have my whole food bowl here and I have my processed bowl here because, of course, I always want my whole food bowl or whole food ingredients to outweigh my processed. And when I say whole food, oh, and meanwhile, but I'm going to stop in the middle of that thought between whole food and processed because meanwhile, y'all know we're going to be talking about Amazon. If you have any Amazon questions, please ask. I was just at an Amazon workshop, excuse me, webinar today, and yes, I got more information that I didn't know about. I did not know before this afternoon about Amazon University, Small Business University. I didn't know
Mhm.
about their Amazon Seller University. It's one of those that they call it, but the point is they have way more resources than I realized. And
Mhm.
so ask any Amazon questions that you all might have. Or Sheila, if you have any Amazon questions you'd like us to start with,
Mhm.
please do right after I just quickly, if I may, explain the whole food basket versus the processed food basket.
Yeah, I just wanted to insert and the reason why we're chatting about Amazon because I mean, listen, that Amazon Prime has gotten so much money from me. And you know what I mean? I mean, and Amazon now has become this wide world of everything. And not only that, people in the chat, people that's up in those expensive seats, many people have products they want to sell. They think that they have to have so much startup money to
Right,
start a store. They don't understand they can just instead of putting those things from in the cart, their personal cart, they can put it in the cart in their store and start making money. I want you to make sure to remind you to talk about your coffee. I did have your store up, your website up somewhere up here, but I wanted you to share. You know, you're my mentor when it comes to navigating so many things on StreamYard. So
mm-hmm.
as you teach me, you know, I always do what you teach me. And so I
Yeah.
want you to share about your coffee and everything, but I really wanted you to educate many, you know, let people know that even if it's books, even if it's t-shirts, even start the store to generate and become your own entrepreneur on that on Amazon.
Right, will do because Amazon is such a huge marketplace. It makes sense to to definitely talk about how we can get in on the seller side, the income side, not just the consumer side.
Hmm.
So right here, I have a couple of things that are Whole Foods. We can recognize these. They're rock stars. They just have one name. That's how you know they're rock stars because all rock stars just have one name. So I actually have half of a lime here because I used the other half, and I usually would just cut my limes in half. And this one was on its way out. It had some brown spots on it. As you see, it's not completely green. But the
Hmm.
nice thing about Whole Food is that if there's a brown spot or a green spot, a lot of times you can break it off. Like this lettuce had some brown spots and green spots. I
Hmm.
was able to just pull them off. Same thing with this cabbage. Look at this side of it. This purple cabbage. Now these are all sandwich additions. Remember, y'all, we're gonna put this on a regular sandwich, okay? But on the back side, it looked ugly, like it was cut by a knife. I don't know if you can see that it was accidentally
Right,
like cut at the warehouse or something. I've
right,
got a carrot here and I've got some onions. So these are all just whole foods. These are not eggs. People think because they're so little, they see them
right,
and think they're eggs. Um, so what I mean by Whole Foods is it just has one name. It's the way it started out is the way it's ending up. Versus mustard. We all might have faith the size of a mustard seed, but okay, once a mustard seed grows, what happens? Is it how do you get mustard? It's processed, right? They process it somehow. There are only a few ingredients, but I know it's a processed food. I have my non-dairy cheese. Hey, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD is chick is here. Okay.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So good to see you all.
Mm-hmm.
I have my non-dairy Follow Your Heart brand, smoked Gouda,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just the flavor I like. They do have a provolone. They have an American style. Yeah, they also have a pepper jack, the same as Chow brand. So I do have my Chow, CHAO, and both of these brands, these are just cheeses that are non-dairy. And I'm showing these, I always show the labels because people, we never know who out there has a dairy allergy and they're trying to find non-dairy options
Mm-hmm.
so that they can incorporate some
Correct.
some convenience in their life because the processed things are the convenience foods. So if y'all have any Amazon questions, put them in the chat. I'm about to get to the first one that Sheila was just asking, and this one is a pepper jack style, actually, chow. And then, Lord, I hope I ain't do nothing bad. The cheese just fell, and let me show you what this is. I made some sliders last week for I cook live at 20 Skyline 21 Day Center. It's been such a blessing. They've become a food sponsor. They
Mm-hmm.
support me in so many ways, and they talk me up when I'm not there. And I made these soy curls. Now, y'all remember,
Oh.
if you're trying to figure out what this is, it's literally like the whole soybean. There's a way that they process it. So this is non-GMO, by the way. So that's the good thing. It's not genetically modified. So that's where I do feel safe with that. And then I do a lot of research from the National Institute of Health, a lot of plant-based doctors. And it's nice because being a nurse for so long now, I can understand the jargon, I understand the language. It's easy for me to process. I don't get confused or lost. And I try to simplify that for other people. So that's the reason why I cook live. Now, look, this cheese don't want me to eat it, Nikki. It just jumped down to the floor. But just to let y'all know, I won't be eating this one tonight because it's not open yet. Anyway, I'm gonna use the other one. So I'll just put that on my cart.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to Amazon, while we talk, oh, I'm sorry, let me show this real quick. Getting back to Amazon, what I'd like to do tonight, Sheila, is I'd like to share the screen also so
Mm-hmm.
that people can see what I'm talking about and they'll know where to go to get started in some of these so that they
Absolutely.
have an Amazon presence.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've never done that with somebody else and it's your inaugural time, this will be fun to teach you something else on StreamYard. Have you shared
Uh-oh.
the screen that way with a guest?
No, I've shared it with myself.
Okay, I'll show you. So I'm just gonna put this. Look, somebody wanted that piece. I'm gonna put this really close to the camera. I'm gonna turn it different ways. A lot of people say this tastes like chicken. This is a soy curl that I have just rehydrated with seasonings and water, and it turns out to be like a meaty texture. And
Mm.
so this will be one of the main things I put on the sandwich tonight. So
Mm.
here we go. I'm gonna
Okay.
start. Go ahead, Sheila.
No, no, no. I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm going to start. Wait, remind me, what did you want to talk about first? Did you want to just talk about the benefits of starting an Amazon account or
Yes.
okay. So, while we do that, I am going to peel this carrot because
Okay.
this is a great way to add carrots to your sandwiches. Amazon, they are, I don't know the percentages, but y'all know they have such a huge financial presence. And the nice thing is that even though they people in the past have been affiliates and they people in the past have seen how the affiliate money has increased and decreased and gone back and forth, hands down, it's still a great place to be because you already have an audience. You don't have to worry about um, you don't have to worry about fulfillment. They're shipping things for you. There are just so many benefits. And by the way, I'm using a Dollar Tree um, vegetable peeler. And I show this because when I was first working as a nurse, I did not know how to use this because we always had canned food. I did not realize you just had to slide it across the food.
Right.
Uh, when I tell you, oh, we got the amazing M&G in from Jamaica. Hello.
Mm-hmm. I.
So once I get the outside of the strips off of the carrot, like the parts that have the little black lines on it and the color and texture, then I just keep doing this until I get strips. And those strips are what we put on our sandwich. That's it. Like as simple as that. So back to Amazon. Um, Basically, with the our Amazon presence, I realized that, okay, they have fulfillment. Your products are there so that when I created my ebook, I only had to create it and upload it once. They now have, print on demand. So when you have books, that's a great way to get that done. But even before they
Mhm.
had print on demand, you could get a shipment of your book sent to Amazon and they're going to send it around the world or wherever. Because my coffee company, for example, rolljava.com, we only ship in the US. I go to a lot of their support meetings and that's it. They actually advise us. If you don't know what you're doing, don't even bother shipping outside of the US.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of red tape. We're in the United States. I didn't realize there was so much work just to ship to Canada.
Mhm.
And you're right there. You could like skip across the border and hand the person the
Exactly.
package. But if you got to ship it, they're like, no, it has to be this. It's all these different specs that you have specifications.
Mhm.
I was about to say speculations. That too.
Mhm.
It feels
That
like
too. Exactly. Exactly. That part. Yes.
right. So I will say that Amazon, it's like a, a candy store. Like the sky's the limit. You can always add more. To you can always add more to your income because there are different ways to sell on Amazon and to be lucrative. So the first way um, is actually one of the ways that I started with Amazon, and this is actually not at all hey, Microfarmer is in there too. Uh-oh. We got everybody in the house. Hey there, Microfarmer. So good to see you. We're talking about Amazon Microfarmer, and we're also making sandwiches and just showing people how to ramp up their sandwiches, increase the nutritional value, increase the taste and texture. And we started with the carrot. I know he grows carrots, and so does the Everyday Life of an OCD chick. We got a lot of gardeners in here. So all I'm doing right now is creating carrot strips,
Mhm.
and these strips they go on your sandwich. Boom. I'm going to make a sandwich at the end of this too, y'all. Sheila, if you can please share the screen. I just
Sure.
pulled up Amazon Flex. Now, the reason why I pulled this up is this is the one. Look, microfarm. I know men get excited about sandwiches. Women do too. That's why, because I eat a lot of sandwiches. So Amazon Flex is a way that I was really able to understand how Amazon was in the community. I used to drive for Amazon through Amazon Flex. This is where you use your own car, you go to the warehouse, you get the packages, you use the app, and you drive for Amazon. And what this really gives you, let's say, for example, if you're trying to figure out, is there enough money for me on Amazon? Because a lot of us, we get in our heads, we feel like, well, I just know the people in my little teeny tiny circle. And what
Right.
had happened was they weren't supporting me. And it's like, y'all, there's a whole world out here. So
Mhm.
when I started driving for Amazon, I was like, wait a minute. So this person has a package, the person next to them and the person down the street on the same street also has a package that was due today around this time. Like, how did this work out? Amazon is everywhere. They're so immersed in our communities that you have a global audience. So if you're still trying to wrap your head around that, I would definitely highly advise you to start by driving for Amazon just to get your mind right. You make good money. Back then, I was making about $20 an hour. And I say about because I had figured out a way to shorten my routes so that I was making more like 25 an hour. And I would take 3 to 4 hour shifts. So for 3 to 4 hours, that was good money for me for what I was doing. And, this sandwich tonight does not have any beets. This is off the beaten path. Speaking of beets,
Speaking of
my
beets.
performer tried a beet burger. I got to try that. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. All
Yeah.
right. Let's see what
So
he's saying. Hold on. He said, just try a beet burger about a month was surprisingly great tasting. Hmm. Okay.
Most of the sugar that we eat is beet sugar nowadays in the U.S. If you're eating white sugar, it's usually beet sugar. So that's where you got to look. Yeah, there's a whole world out there, right? Besides your friends to buy your products.
Hmm.
Um, but I didn't know if you knew that about the beet sugar, um, Sheila.
No, I didn't know about the beet sugar.
Okay.
Did not know about the beet sugar.
The reason why I mentioned that, I'm going to leave these carrot curls right here on the side so
Hmm.
that way I can add them to the sandwich a little bit later. The reason why I mentioned the beet sugar, and then I'll get back to the what micro farmer was saying too about the whole world, how your whole world can open up, and that'll move us into the next phase of Amazon, of how
Hmm.
you can like sign up to be an influencer
Hmm.
or whatever. You can't beat that.
I know one thing that was interesting as you doing the carrots that I saw someone made
Hmm.
bacon out of the carrots. Crispy bacon.
Have you tried it?
I want to.
I mean, okay, so you haven't tried to make it, or you haven't tried it yourself, though.
No, no, but it looks so good, and everyone was raving. What's her name? I saw. What's her
Tabitha
name?
Brown.
Tabitha Brown. Yeah, I saw her making it, and she put it on the BLT, and I was like, okay. I said, and then she had the bacon seasoning
Hmm.
on top of the carrot. It was all crisp from the air fryer. I said, I have to try that.
Yes. You know what? I've tried every bacon, I think. I tried the rice paper bacon. I've tried the definitely the carrot bacon. I've tried the carrot dogs. And what I
Mm,
found is that they were good, they were bacony, but my favorite that I don't make, but that I've gotten from other places, like restaurants in our area, they have a mushroom bacon. That one has been the best. Like, oh
mm,
my goodness. Like I've had the seitan bacon where they just make it with the vital wheat gluten and,
mm-hmm.
flavor it up and everything. The
I
carrot
love
bacon,
bacon.
you said what now?
I love bacon.
Well, what I do have are some bacons, like, Bacos or not Bacos, but yeah, Bacos are like, it's just TVP, texturized vegetable protein. It's the same thing as these soy curls.
Mm,
But we didn't realize that those were just soy products with bacon flavoring and seasoning on them. And I have
mm,
an organic version called Bake Uns, UNS, Bake Uns.
okay.
And that one is really good too. Last night I made a broccoli and potato soup, and I sprinkled a little bit of the non-dairy parmesan and those bacons on top. And
Hmm.
yeah, everybody loved it.
Wow, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely. So I'm going to finish up with the beet sugar just to explain why I mentioned that. You got some bacon seasoning. Let me get some bacon seasoning instead of
I'm,
having to make my own mix.
I'm telling you.
Do you have any, Sheila?
No,
We better get up on our game, right?
we do. We have to.
Yes. So I mentioned the beet sugar because cane sugar processes differently than beet sugar, according to our doctors. And y'all remember, all of this is for informational purposes only. I'm
Correct.
not a doctor. I'm just little old me. I don't have a health channel, neither does Sheila. We just giving out our advice and
Correct.
what we would do for ourselves. So from my research and everything, the beet sugar, it just processes differently. And of course, we're not supposed to have any of these sugars. We're supposed to have the whole beet, like Micro Farmer had the beet burger, right?
Hmm.
That's best for us. But beet farms are huge. And actually, the van community or the mobile community is how I found out about these beet farms. They often do seasonal work. And so they would drive for Amazon. They do all these odd things, but beet farms is another thing they do. So that if you have these different, if you can drive large equipment, you can get a job doing that. If you can't, if you're just like a novice, then you might just be sorting and washing or something like that. But
Hmm.
there's a huge beet harvest that happens at certain times of the year. And the mobile community, they're like, oh, when I'm settled, I'll drive for Amazon, when I'm couch surfing here for 2 months during
Hmm.
this season. During that season, I go to the beet farm and they have trailers, or
Okay.
I can just live in my own vehicle. And yes. So check it out for yourselves, you all. But just know when you're getting your sugar from 7-Eleven or the gas station, it's probably beet sugar if it's white. Look at the label. And if it says cane sugar, that's one thing. If it doesn't, that's another.
Hmm. Yeah, I
I,
didn't know about beet sugar. Now I know.
yeah, right. It's a bunch of stuff going on out here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to chop up some of this red cabbage or purple
Okay.
cabbage. I don't know why they call this red cabbage because it's purple.
It's
Anybody can.
purple.
And I think they modified something along the way because it probably used to be red. That's why they called it. But
Maybe.
this adds a lot of texture and flavor to your sandwiches, and it gives you that crunch. It does not wilt like lettuce. So that's a reason why I use purple cabbage on sandwiches a lot. And the bread that I'm using tonight is not bread, it's just a tortilla. And I just use like a cheapo brand at the store. I try to get better. Sometimes I get organic and it doesn't have hydrogenated oils, but I'm using a wrap so that none of the food falls out. Because my issue with
Right.
sandwiches is I love a lot of ingredients, but
Mm-hmm.
the ingredients ain't gonna stay in a regular sandwich. So,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all ask questions also. If you have any, if you have all had experience with selling with Amazon, let us know and also ask questions. Go ahead, Sheila.
uh, Michael Farmer says, I want to try a grilled cheese carrot sandwich.
You know what?
Hmm.
Um, my whenever I make a grilled cheese, I don't know why my kids don't care for them. And I've tried
Really?
different grilled cheeses with different additions on them. No matter
Really?
what I put on it, it seems like they don't like grilled cheeses because with that grilled cheese and bacon, carrot bacon, that
Yeah,
would probably be really good.
definitely.
And I can see them looking at it like, I mean, I'm good, mommy. No,
Uh,
thank you.
no, thank you. I think that's a good idea, Michael Farmer. A grilled cheese carrot sandwich. Mm.
Hmm.
I know
So,
the chat probably be like, "Oh my God, what are they talking about?"
but
How
right.
many people in the chat eat plant based? That's a good question. How
Mm.
many people in the chat have tried, at least tried plant based products or plant based period, like from the ground, just straight
You,
from the ground? How many of you?
and you know, my question is always, how many fruits and vegetables have you had
Yeah, I
today?
knew you were going to get to that. I didn't want to steal your. I didn't want to steal it because I said let her do her spiel on fruits and vegetables and every meal, and I was going to let you do your the fabs and everything.
Right, get the
So
faves in.
we got a couple of people in the chat that says I try.
Okay.
JB
JBWR.
JBWR says I try. Michael
Hmm.
Farmer said yes. So far, we only have two people in the chat that have branched out to try plant-based products or just eating totally veggies.
Right. And you know what? I don't really even ask people too much about it because this is the reason why. I'm like, if you eat popcorn, you're eating plant-based. If you're eating like especially at the movie theater where they don't have cheese and the butter is not an animal one. Uh-oh, so you'll try it all except the ones that claim to be meat. Yeah, like the Impossible or the Beyonds or those um what's the other brand? Field Roast. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of different brands, Tofurkey, that have the mock meats.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I will say about the soy curls here. They are not processed to be meat. They just happen to have a meaty texture. And this is actually what McDonald's burgers used to be made of. You know how they used to say McDonald's got those soy burgers?
Yes.
That's what it was. It was, the
Mm-hmm.
texturized vegetable protein because it has that meaty texture. You can chop it up fine, make it minced, light ground meat and whatnot. Anybody else say anything else about
Well,
their
Michael Farmer said, because plants don't taste like meat. If it do, um,
they messed with it?
they mess with it. So those products, some of those products, are you say that they are just totally garbage, or they just have been altered to taste like meat, and it is meat? What do you say to products like the Impossible? Some of them have mushroom burgers and things like that in the stores. Are they just trash?
Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times. Let me tell you, this is what the doctors say. There are quite a few doctors that say, and these are the plant-based doctors that this is a big part of their research. They say friends don't let friends eat impossible. I'm like, well, dog, if it's that bad, what? And what they say about Beyond, because I know, right? Look, Nikki eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Nikki does eat a lot of fruits and vegetables too. She shows it. She shows it. She's harvesting straight from her garden to the table. She got a farm to table situation that's really good.
Awesome.
And she will throw her chicken or whatever along with it, but
Mhm.
she gets it in. So I will say that the issue is not just that it's been that it's something that they tried to make, like micro farmers saying they tried to make the plants taste like meat. Because I always question that too,
Mhm.
especially with Beyond. How does this taste so much like that animal flavor? Like, how did you get that in here?
Mhm.
So, but the issue is just that it's ultra processed, which means These soy curls, their one ingredient in it is whole non-GMO soybeans. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a way that they just process the whole soybean and then you just rehydrate it basically.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get into Impossible, you have a lot of fractions of things. So like the pea protein isolate, it has a very chewy, meaty texture, but it's
Mm-hmm.
an isolate. It's something that's been isolated from the peas. And
Ah,
so there's a lot of coconut oil, there's a lot of canola oil, there's a lot of oils. And of course, if we're going to eat what we call a greasy burger, that's an animal burger. But then when we come over here, we see something rolling out and we're like, that look like grease, but I guess it's not grease. It is grease. Like,
okay, okay.
so that's where you do have some healthier versions and you just have to look at your labels. So I do have actually something from IKEA to show you that is not meat, but their veggie dogs are quite meaty. And I
Which,
don't know
what's that? Which one?
if you want to take that down so they can see it for now, I'll show you. So these veggie dogs are from IKEA. This is what they sell in.
IKEA? Where they sell, wait, the store IKEA?
Yeah,
They
what?
sell food now?
You didn't know? Yes,
No,
ma'am.
the store that sells furniture now sells food.
They've been selling it. Let me
I
tell you,
I didn't
they
know
got
that.
meatballs. If I wouldn't have eaten all the plant ball, they call them plant balls, and they have veggie balls too.
Uh-huh.
But yes, and this one, Micro Farmer said that plant-based tastes like plants. This
Uh-huh.
one actually has a great texture. And so here's the other thing to note:
Hmm.
since IKEA is in Sweden, I think, or Switzerland somewhere, they're from somewhere else. They're over there in Europe.
Uh-huh.
Europe has a lot of things that they have banned from their foods, a lot of additives that
True.
that we still use, they don't use. So when you look at the ingredients here, remember I said like the most ingredients is first and then it goes down. These
Hmm.
ingredients are water, kale, cooked red lentils, cooked quinoa, and then fried onions. So
That's
you have like
all.
some superfoods right there at the top, you know. Um, and then they do use some texturized wheat protein, which is what a lot of people use in the mock meats to hold it
To
together.
hold it together. Uh-huh.
And it gives it a chewy texture as well so that you feel like you're chewing meat. Cooked carrots, tomato paste, ginger, and then the canola oil. So they do have some
Oh,
oil in there. But when you look at a lot of these other ingredients
they
on
have a
other
lot of
foods,
other stuff inside. Yes. I
but
didn't
also
even know that.
oil, a lot of times canola oil is the second ingredient. So that's why, these here I go for, but let me just explain to you what I mean. When I look at this chow
Hmm.
cheese, the
Hmm.
ingredients on this one are, let's see, filtered water, coconut oil,
Hmm.
modified potato starch, because that'll hold it together and bind it, fermented tofu. Let's see what else, because I'm passing by the stuff that's in the parentheses. Um, Wait, which oil is that? Sesame oil.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Sea salt.
Hmm.
I was trying to see if there was another. I was trying to skip down to see if there was another oil. But what I also know is that this one, the Follow Your Heart smoked Gouda, right?
Hmm.
The ingredients on this one are filtered water, coconut oil. So the second ingredient. This is mainly water and oil. It's
Hmm.
again telling us that there's a high fat content, modified food starch, couple of other things, and I don't see another oil in this one. But
Okay.
you get what I'm saying
I
about
do.
the.
I do.
Mm,
And I didn't know that. I meant IKEA selling food. Oh my goodness. Michael Farmer says, but it's not going to taste like beef or fish or chicken. The taste is good, but tastes like a plant well seasoned. Well, when you eat like this, you get used to not having those original what you grew. I know for me, like because I don't eat chicken, I don't, I eat fish.
mm,
So I wouldn't, I know one time I tried to eat a piece of chicken. I was like, oh, this is awful, right? Now I grew up on chicken, but after being away from chicken for over 20, 30 years, it's like the taste is like it's an invasion. In my head, I'm like, ah. And today, all over the news, they saying how they're creating chickens and plants and creating fake chickens, and they're doing a lot of stuff to the meat.
yeah,
And
it's lab grown. You're right. There's a lot of lab grown meat out there, but to your point and to Micro Farmer's point about how the food it doesn't taste like meat. It just tastes like well-seasoned food.
Mm-hmm.
That's one reason why I do enjoy cooking live on Thursdays with an audience that tastes the food and they're like, wait a minute, I would eat this. They don't feel deprived. When it's supposed to
Right.
be meaty, it tastes meaty and it feels meaty. And
Right.
so, yes, thank you.
True. True.
And so, yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then to your point, like you're saying, your taste buds do change a little bit.
They changed
Um,
totally. They did. I mean,
and it's
forget beef. I wouldn't even put beef. If I ate some beef, I probably have to be taken to the hospital, 911 or something. My digestive system would go bonkers. Not to mention, if I ate a piece of pork, it's over. It's a wrap. I'm on a stretcher.
that's it.
Because it's an invasion inside of me. No pun intended to anyone who eats this. I'm saying my personal
No, it's not just
experience.
you. It's
Yeah.
medically proven. That's what our gut microbiome is doing. Our gut microbiome, while I'm talking, I'm going to chop this onion so that
Yes.
I can
Chop it.
squeeze the
Chop it
lime.
up. Go ahead. Tear it up. Chop it.
Yes, and I'm gonna squeeze the lime juice into this container so that this can sit in the lime juice. This is where, let's say, like micro farmers talking about the dyes, right? When
Hmm.
I was little, I was allergic supposedly to purple um, coloring. And I remember growing up, people would have these allergies to different colors. They would acknowledge them. It's like they don't acknowledge that anymore. But when we eat Skittles, and I bring up Skittles because that's a food that has been banned in other countries because of the colors. When we look at yellow number 40, yet Red Lake number whatever, that's what the box says. That's what the package will say. The package and everything will say, Red Lake number this, Yellow Lake number whatever. Those are the dyes. And
Mm.
so, that's what happens. Those things are detrimental to us, very detrimental. So of course, supposedly, I'm not going to say of course, supposedly the autism and the ADD and the ADHD,
Mm.
are not related, but medically it's been proven. Scientifically, it's been proven. And that's also the reason why that other countries are like, we ain't nobody got time for that.
No,
Let's just let's
exactly.
just cut it out.
I know when I was in going to Holland, to Amsterdam a lot, right? That was at one point like my second home, going over there to minister and to sing and everything, and staying with different people in their homes and seeing how the Dutch eat. They eat so clean. Like they eat clean. Like they don't have a lot of food on their plate. When you eat, they have a soup and a bread or a cheese, and
It's simple,
totally
straightforward.
simple. Yes, and that's their culture, and they're full, and they get up, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow. They said you Americans, y'all overeat. You eat stuff that is totally processed. I learned so much from going to different countries, like seeing how people eat, how they don't pile their plate up with food. They
Yep.
just, like I said, a soup and a piece of bread is it's always cheese and always tea. I think that's one of the reasons why I drink tea as much as I do from traveling so much, because it's a tea thing when you come into the house. Would you like some
Mm,
tea? Would you like some tea? Would you like some
right.
tea? It's constant. And so I learned so much by watching and coming back here, looking how people eat at the buffets, how they pile their food on like three, four times they go back to the buff, you know,
Yep. And
and
it's like they're gorging.
yes.
Last supper type of situation. Yeah.
And wonder why people are unhealthy and diabetes is so high and
Hmm.
things like that. Because I know I had some friends who changed their diet, had diabetes, but then they slowly started changing their diet. The numbers went down, things
Mm,
started getting normal, blood sugar, everything, because they took certain things out of their diet. But
right.
people like to taste.
So true. So true. And you know what? Exactly what you're saying. I'd like to hear more about what your life was in Holland and why. I don't know if they have Amazon in Holland. If y'all have any Amazon questions, please ask them because that's what we're here talking about tonight. Our Amazon empires. How can we grow it? Should we grow it? The simple answer is yes, absolutely. Oh, JBWR has been trying to kick coffee and drink more water. You know
Hmm.
what? I mean, drink more tea. This is where I just eat my water. I eat so many more fruits and vegetables because that way I don't have to just guzzle water. And also I
Hmm.
love to eat ice, so I like to eat my water.
Don't put farmers on the roll. How much that sandwich cost if it came from a restaurant? How long it take to make it? It's $25. Is it a $25 sandwich?
Look, you know what? He's never lied because these ingredients are so cheap to make at home. You can make your own sandwich. Burritos, which is essentially what I'm making tonight, they are high. Like you can't go to, Moe's, Chipotle without coming out 10 to $15 set back. It'll set you back. I do want to show this. This is another processed product, ultra processed, that we do eat. Don't be chicken. These chicken nuggets, they taste chickeny, like as if you used to
Hmm.
eating chicken. And
Hmm.
so this is one of those things though where yes, they have a lot of ingredients, and the in the first ingredient is canola oil, which is one of the worst oils for us, to be honest.
Hmm.
Um, I was looking to see they don't have any dyes, but you also have to learn some of the code words for dyes. They started trying to trick us with
Hmm.
those because I'm getting to the sandwich making scene, y'all. I'm getting to the sandwich making scene. I just wanted to show y'all
Yeah.
three of the main dishes that you can include in this sandwich. And of course, one of them being the soy curls, because a lot of people feel like I have to have, sorry, that was a piece of lime that I'm eating, the pulp. People feel like, I have to have some sort of meaty something. So
Hmm.
let's get on to the sandwich making once we talk
Okay.
a little bit about superfood parents. Being an Amazon
Okay.
affiliate. So
Let
if
me
you
know when to put it back up.
go ahead, you can pull it up right now.
Okay.
And hello to Lash's Journey as well. She's a superfood person.
Hmm.
So
Hi,
this is
lashes.
so this is where initially, if you were just posting, like anybody can just basically go in and be an Amazon affiliate. There's a certain process you go through. You do have to set up a few things in the back end, and you don't have to qualify. Here, this Amazon influencer program means if you're a content creator, this is what Superfood Parents did. As a content creator, I said, well, if I have enough followers on TikTok, YouTube, somewhere, Instagram, let me submit that account, see if they will approve me. And this way, rather than being a regular affiliate that
Mm-hmm.
signed up and getting lower percentages, I'll get a little bit higher percentages with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a cuter page that I can kind of customize and whatnot. And so that way, you have a different Amazon presence. So that way you can,
Nice.
right, you can really direct people there. And it does make a difference because what happens is when you now have this Amazon presence, it's like, oh, okay, I think whatever I've curated, whether it's Amazon products, you still don't have to make any of your products because the nice thing about this is that these products are Amazon's. So that means I've switched over to show you this is what my Amazon influencer page looks like once I was approved. And it took me quite a while because at first I didn't have enough subscribers on YouTube. I don't have that many on any other account, so I was using YouTube. I had a friend, he was approved like instantly. When I tell you instantly, because he's on Twitter, he's on YouTube, him and his wife, they built an empire using all these spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So he's using this. So this is what I mean. I'm going to click on see what others see. So that way, this just shows you the public view of this page. And what happens is you get to kind of customize so that you put your own banner and whatever Amazon is already selling, then you can just talk about it. And now you get a percentage. All of your links are right here. So
Mm-hmm.
like this is my chef's favorite, list. And I didn't make an air fryer, Ninja made it, you know, that's the pot I cook in. So
Mm-hmm.
the benefit though is that when somebody purchases from all of the things on Amazon that you're already using, then you get a percentage. But guess what? Even if they don't purchase from your store, just because they were on Amazon and then they go and buy something else, they go and buy toothpicks or they go buy a new something for their grill or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you still get a percentage. The way Amazon is set up, it keeps those cookies for 24 to 48 hours. I can't remember the time frame, but this is an easier way for you to get acclimated to, okay, what is Amazon doing? How are they doing it? How can I get in
Mm-hmm.
without doing more work? So this
Right.
is So this is where, going back, I do have my own book, right? So my book, I definitely linked to it along with all of the other people's books that I suggest. My book right here is a family food playbook. I have it here in the studio. I have it on my website to download for free because I want everybody to be able to have this sort of information to figure out, how can I be a health hero for my loved one? How can I educate everybody? What can I do? So, boom, it's here for people to consume, but it's also on my website, superfoodparents.com, for people to get for free. So, Amazon gives you leverage so that you can be in all the places, right?
Mm-hmm.
This way, if they don't want to print it out for themselves, they can just get it from here. But the point is, you can do so much, and you can really express yourself here as well. As a nurse, I have a lot of patients who are on ventilators and who have trachs. And so that's why I curated this particular kit with the mullein. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of the gardeners that are here, Micro Farmer, The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish Chick, G Mama Grows, Lashes Journey, they know about mullein. I was trying to click into it because I see mullein is the main one here, but mullein it's already in our cough and cold solutions like Robitussin and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's in those. It might be in the other one. What's that little green blob? What's his name? The cold.
Oh, Mucinex. I mean,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
the nasty looking thing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like, it always starts from the ground up. The mullein is a natural plant that you can grow, and I've watched our people in the garden community grow this, and it's a beautiful plant. But you can get these drops. They have a taste like honey, and they really do heal your lungs. They help with bronchitis. TB, like not just a cough. You know what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
really are healing you, pneumonia. And so when you Google it, that's what Google is saying, y'all. This is not medical advice. You can just Google it and you
Mm-hmm.
will instantly see the results from the National Institute of Health and WebMD and Healthline, where you have doctors, nutritionists, and people that have vetted the information. They're talking about it. So
Okay.
this is another way, this is another way to work with Amazon. And like Micro Farmer said, there are so many ways, endless ways. So you just want to get in wherever you can.
Yes.
And right, look, they have where they set you up with products that fit your profile. Absolutely. They will suggest things to you. That's the nice thing, right? So I have my last way to show you how to sell on Amazon. And in order to get into this, I'm going to just show you this page here. Boom.
Yes.
Sell more with Amazon. The way you get here is, I think I Googled Amazon Seller Central. So this is Amazon Seller Central. So just so that you know what the URL is, sell.amazon.com, but you don't have to do that. Just Google Amazon Seller Central, and this will bring it in. This will bring this page right up. And this is,
Nice.
yes, this is where you you do pay monthly. It's basically an Amazon website. So this way you have a professional look, the same way that Ziploc does, where you can see all of their different products, or the luggage companies, and all the major companies have their things on here. So this is how you know, look, let me get up here. What am I waiting for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if $40 a month is keeping you back, do what I told you from the beginning. Go on over to Amazon Flex, get you a job driving for Amazon, get your money up. Okay? Like, there's no excuse. We're not taking no prisoners here. Like,
Right.
anybody can do this. So let's
Right.
get back to Amazon Seller Central. On the webinar today, they were giving us different resources that they have, and I'm going to pull that up too, so that way you all can see what Amazon. Oh, thank you, Auntie Nia. Drop the link. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that seller's link. Thank you, because for people, some people are like, I don't know what to Google. Let me see, what should I do? Boom, there you go. There you go. Y'all can just click the link directly from Bravo with Sheila's chat. If you're over on my side, I'll drop a link for you. Why not? I'll do the same thing. Okay. So
Hit that thumbs up button while you're at it. If you came in, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button.
Exactly.
It's free 99.
And I know that we're wrapping up here because y'all, we don't like to take a lot of your time. We like to give you the information, hit it and quit it. And you can let everybody know about how much time we have left, Sheila, so that way they know what to expect.
We're with you. We're with you. We're with the chef tonight. Do your thing.
Oh, thank you. So I did drop the link for Amazon Seller Central in my chat as well because it's really nice with StreamYard to be able to for both of us to broadcast at this time. So
Yes,
thank you for
nice.
this opportunity.
Always, Laquita. Always.
Yes. So I'm going to pull up. Oh, so just so that you know, I want to give you an example though of how this works, and I'm going to do this by showing what's the lady's name? Um,
That
Emblem.
emblem. Okay.
Emblem Olive Oil. And I say
Okay.
this because I know this lady personally. Okay.
Hmm.
My children have done things with her products, and it's good. It's like, wait a minute. How is Emblem Olive Oil a regular person, but her Amazon presence looks like this? So what I'll do is I'm going to pull it up,
Hmm.
and if anybody has any questions, meanwhile, if you had any commentary, please don't let me interrupt or keep talking when I can just pause.
No, do you can just do what you're doing, and it's good. It's good.
Okay.
So we're just happy to have you here as usual. You made a commitment. Well, I kind of twisted your arm a little bit. I said, could you come once a month? So here you are. And we always just bring in good content and things to bring people to another level in their thinking or their health or their whatever, their emotions. We're just doing what we need to do. Such as I have is what we say.
That's it, such as I have. I love it. I do want to hear from you all, though. How many of you all have an Amazon presence? And I also want to hear from you, Sheila, because you were talking about going to other countries, and that was like your second home where they were living clean, eating clean. And you're like, wait a minute, I ain't gonna say living, eating clean.
Mhm.
Um,
Hey, wait, not living clean in Amsterdam. Like,
uh-oh.
whew, that red light district was a thing. So no,
Ooh.
yeah. But anyway,
Wow. Wow. So, okay. So I'm showing this because this is how we usually see things. We see a product, right? So the nice thing is right here, it says visit the emblem store. When you click that, that means this person has opened up a seller account and look at her page.
mm,
It's so professional, right? And you're
yes.
like, hold up. Now she does have her own website and
Hmm.
independent of Amazon,
Hmm.
but Amazon is going to reach a lot more people than just her. And this is a video. She goes live on Amazon. She has a lot of curated videos that she's
Hmm.
already done. She has pictures here. And this is what it looks like when you pay the $40 a month. You have different pages. So she has, about our story,
Hmm.
food ideas, all these different categories like a website. So, really, what you are paying for when you pay that $40 a month is much more than just, paying $40 to Amazon.
Right.
And the nice thing is, if you have your own products, then that's where it helps you to shine. I'm not sure if you can also put in other people's products, like the regular food products off of Amazon,
Right.
but I'd like to say you can, so this is what I am currently building out. And when I say I've hired someone from Fiverr to do this
Hmm.
because look, they know what they're doing. They can do it faster than me. There's a nominal fee for it. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
So in order
Fiverr
to
is the go-to. Fiverr is the go-to.
yes, yes. Absolutely. So, in order to make your page look like that, it's nice, right? The Everyday Life of an OCD chick, her site is beautiful. So, y'all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fancy like that real soon. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I thought this was just so good to talk about and to show. Like, my cousin Janice is in the chat and she has a desire to sell oils and soaps and different things. And this could be
Mm,
something she could work her way up to so that
right,
she just put it up there and let it do what it do. You know what I mean? And
right.
anybody else that, has something, even a thought, and you haven't put legs to it yet, This should put
Mm-hmm.
some fire under you to become, your own boss and entrepreneur. Yes, it'll take time, but everything, takes time, and everything is a process.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Look, Lash's journey, you're right. You need to do this, but you say you don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do what I'm doing. Get a reference because this is what I did. Because I know Emblem Olive Oil personally, like the lady, um, my marketing coach gave me her cell phone number because we've worked together in a couple of different ways, but I didn't have her personal number. So she said, call Chastity, just give her a call. And when I called her, because we were at an event, I ordered her olive oil. It came directly to me, from Amazon. That was really nice. So I cook with it. It's delicious. However, she's the one who gave me the Fiverr reference because you see where the everyday life of an OCD chick is saying that Fiverr. Oh, good, Jeannie Mentor. I'm glad this is good info. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. And ask questions, Jeannie, please. Please ask questions.
Hmm.
So you see the everyday life of an OCD chick where she said that Fiverr created her cartoon character that
Yes,
she uses.
yes.
That's I don't know if you got a reference, Nikki. Let us know. Did you just go up there and search? Because I'm always scared to
It
just search.
is a beautiful bottle too, correct. When I first
Look,
saw it, yes, beautiful.
and it looks just like the Amazon pictures, right? It's like, and it tastes delicious. Now, this one is the smoky mesquite olive oil. This will heighten the flavor, just a drizzle of an entire dish. Because I always cook live, and I cook a pot at a time.
Hmm.
I can drizzle a tablespoon over the dish, and it'll infuse. It'll just level it up. So
Mm.
yes. So yeah, so Emblem Olive Oil is the one that gave me the reference to the person that's building out my Amazon store. I'm at a crossroads right now because for whatever reason, I'm stuck at the trying to pay for, and this is just timely, really timely that Ani Nia says this. I'm trying to make a payment. They won't take the payment. So, she's saying, how often do you receive the pay from the Amazon store? I didn't mention apologies. You know what? They give a payout. I forget how often, um because you have to reach a certain threshold. Let me just say that. So
Hmm.
once you reach that $100, that $50, and actually in Amazon, I want to say when I signed up, I remember like you could say if you wanted it at the $50 mark or at the something, you could choose. But the point is, when you reach a certain threshold, that's when they pay out. Sort of like if you have a YouTube channel or
Right.
an
Hmm.
AdSense, they say when you reach $100, we'll pay you you
Right.
know so yes, yes, yes. Okay, so Nikki did look up on a random graphic design artist. She didn't get any references for her Fiverr person to build out her store.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop sharing for right now, I'm going to finish up this sandwich and we're going to get out of here, unless
Okay.
people have questions. Y'all keep asking, I'll keep answering. And I will just explain that this particular sandwich is one that it's a flavor profile that I eat quite often. Mustard is a great sandwich spread. I find that mustard and mayo pair very well. They are magical together. And I have a non-dairy mayo here that I'm going to use for this. So mustard and mayo, whether you're using non-dairy or just regular mayo, and not non-dairy but plant-based. And it's not that child, I was looking at the ingredients the other week and I was like, Lord, am I better off eating the one with the eggs and the oil? Because child, they all had so much canola oil. It's
Uh,
like, well, how am I benefiting, right? How am I improving my situation? Let me show you all this real quick. This is Hellman's. This is a brand new one. So I was just trying to open the label, but this is Hellman's, just so that you know, they do have a vegan, a vegan mayo. So Janice, when you say I use it all the time, what are you using? The mayo and mustard combo? Tell us more because um, there are certain flavor profiles that I like, and I see that. Okay, so Anania, you've seen this Hellman's before. Okay, this Hellman's
Wonderful.
is nice. I noticed that there are a lot of places basically all these companies, they're in for the money. So wherever they can make the money, if they see that there's a demand for it, they're going to do it. Okay, so you're a mustard girl, you don't eat mayonnaise, I see, unless it's in potato salad, macaroni, right?
Well, they'll
And
never. ever get money from me for mayonnaise or mustard. I don't eat either one
Are
ever
you
in my
serious?
life, in my entire life.
Why?
I I just never liked mayo. My mother used to try to sneak it on my sandwiches. I would get
And you could taste
upset.
it.
And I would get upset. And I was like, Mommy, Mommy. I mean, I would go off. Mommy, Mommy, you forgot. You forgot. And she said, Oh, Sheila, just wipe it off. I said, You can't wipe mayo off of bread. It was a thing.
It done soaked in. Look,
It was a thing in my house. Mustard, forget about it. Never, ever.
well, I will say I love mustard. So this is a sandwich that you could just do mustard on. And I don't do a lot. I just drizzle it. Look, see, y'all are
I
friends
found
now.
somebody. Look, we're twinning in more than one ways. I can't even stop the show to tell you how Jeannie and I have been twinning since she's been on my show. We are twinning, sis.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Now the Mayo situation. Hmm.
Well, you know what? That's good because ain't nothing good in mayo for you no way. So it's like it's really one of those things that options are avocado. Avocado is creamy and delicious. Another option is hummus. Hummus
Yes,
has a little bit of a tang.
yes,
Another option is cream cheese,
yes,
non-dairy cream cheese.
yes, yes,
That's a
yes.
popular one. You know,
Janice is answering your question. Janice is saying that she use it all the time, meaning the mustard and the mayo. What you had said.
put it all together,
That's what
blend
she.
it. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, it will just bless your soul. Do you hear me? So,
And
hmm.
Amy just said, my tuna won't date anyone but mayo.
See, that's me. I'm telling you. So,
Oh, God.
and of course, I got
Yes,
some friends.
sis.
Look, Jeannie, you got a twin here, right? A food
Uh-huh.
twin, a preference twin.
Exactly. You can't just wipe mayonnaise off. Exactly. I would try to tell my mom that they would get so upset with me. I'd go in a store and order a sandwich, and by habit, people put mayo on people's bread by habit.
Automatically, yes.
Automatically, and I'll be like, no mayo. And I leave out and get all the way where I'm going. And guess what's on my bread? Mayo. And I have to go all the way back and just
Yep,
be frustrated and throw the sandwich away. So yeah,
yep. Yeah, and it's like, good grief. And sandwiches are expensive. See, the everyday life of an OCD chick likes avocado.
I
Okay,
will do that. I will do. I've grown to that, right? Because avocado is a fruit, as you say,
yep.
and I'll make the avocado toast or avocado as a spread on my sandwich or something. But the mayo, and I'm too old now to even think to try to taste it or think I'm gonna like it. It's not gonna happen. And that mustard, never. So my hot dogs when I was young, there's like, look at you. You don't have that. There's nothing on your bread. There's no onions. It's no mustard. It's no ketchup. You don't know what you're
Wow.
missing. Yeah, I was always
Yeah.
the plain
Pickle
Jane.
relish. Like,
No relish. Mm-mm.
wow. That's
Bad.
all the good stuff. And yep, by habit, people were putting that mayonnaise on there, right?
Yes.
Well, I've got my mayo and mustard together, and then
Uh-huh.
I lay down the lettuce. And that's so that I got a barrier between anything that's kind of wet. And I say kind of wet because the onions, remember, I put them in a little bit of lime juice. So I've been, looking at these and I turned this over once or twice so that the lime juice could kind of get in there.
There's our favorite person in the house. One
Oh,
one
she
of our
fires.
favorite persons. She
Hey, Kelly.
fires.
Good to see you, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
I gotta come see you one day, Kelly. I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna come up there. Okay, it'll be on my way to see Thug Life, the everyday life of an OCD chick. Because I still call her Thug Life because I can't get into her backyard to get fruits and vegetables because she got the dogs, the German shepherds. Then they had puppies, so now she got grand puppies and they garden too.
Oh my goodness. Yes,
But
she fires. You guys go to her channel. Go to all of these channels. I wish I had all the links and everyday life, her channel. Everybody on here, just go ahead that has not subscribed to these beautiful people on this chat and on this live tonight. Go to their channels and just subscribe. Just subscribe. Support, support, support.
hmm yes. Oh, you know what? I forgot. She fires is down in Florida.
She's in
I'm telling you,
Florida.
she grew
Yeah,
up in Northern Virginia because I'm in Virginia Beach area. She's
right.
in Northern Virginia, and then the everyday life is in DC, and that
Okay.
would be on my way to you in New York. But
Right.
dang,
She finds is definitely in Florida. She doing her thing too.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
we gotta go on a tour, right? We should just do a whole little tour. Come
that's it.
together.
The Eastern, yeah, the East Coast tour, right.
Yes, yes.
So now I'm just sprinkling some of these carrots right onto it, and just spreading everything out right on the same row. And I can
Hmm.
bring this a little bit closer to the camera as well. So
Okay.
that's a little bit closer. I think you all could see it. But now with my purple cabbage, what I like to do with this is I like to sprinkle it over there on the edge and then across. And I chopped it a little bit finer. And keep in mind that when you chop your cabbage, it releases these nutrients that are cancer fighting, sulforaphanes. I talk about those all the time. So in addition to the vitamin C, the vitamin A, and all the other nutrients that are in it, you get some really powerful cancer fighting things. So that's what's
Mhm.
really nice. So right now I had the red purple cabbage, the onions, the lettuce, the carrots, four different things. Y'all know we get 5 points for every fruit and vegetable. So that's 20 points just for the sandwich alone. And then you add your main situation. So for those of you that are going to IKEA and you found out they have plant balls, or veggie dogs, you go get those, right? For those of you that went to Wegmans and you got the little chicken nuggets, these work well on a sandwich too. This is one way to not eat so many of them because we
Mhm.
know that all these things are ultra processed at the end of the day. The soy curls that I have here, these are not ultra processed, but they are because even though it says one ingredient, non-GMO, whole non-GMO soybeans, they still don't look like a soybean, so they got to be processed, right? But that's what I'm putting on these soybeans. I've cooked down into a they're
Mm.
I just hydrated them, and I had this was how I started my spaghetti. So there are already some red peppers, some purple cabbage, green cabbage, onions, and carrots in there that are cooked together.
Mhm.
Oh, good. She got the links for people's channels. Thank you, Anilia.
Mhm.
And
My one
then,
and only moderator. She is
nice.
the original Bravette.
Yes.
You got global green book in the house. Blessings to
Hey.
you. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here.
Yes. Are you still in the Gambia Global Green Book? Let me know if you're still there, if you're back this way, or what you're doing, kiddos. So I have just spread that out along the first edge because since it's that part is kind of juicy, I spread it out and then I just roll it up. Now you can do this several ways. You can leave one end open, or you can close both ends. For tonight, I'll leave one end open. And yeah, wait, y'all tell me, should I put on some of this pepper jack cheese? Because y'all know we like certain flavors and textures. And that's
Mm,
really what a sandwich is, a combination of textures and flavors and everything. Because I already
mm.
added the fat and the oil with this mayo that y'all was talking bad about. What's your vote, Sheila? Tell me.
I love cheese.
I know, me too.
I love cheese.
I hope everybody say cheese because I'm going for a Global Green Book. Global Green Book is like you. Tell us right now while she's on here about your travels and what you were doing over there when you were singing and why that was like your second home. How was you getting all these gigs? Were you selling Amazon? What was you doing?
Well, I created a reputation here in the States and got so many invitations to travel to the nations. And Amsterdam was one of the places I would frequent at least 3 times a year, as well as I used to live in Italy, for around 6 months. But when I went to Holland, to Amsterdam, that was like a second home for me because I became a regular, and that's when I first found was introduced to Aldi's. Aldi's wasn't even in the States at this
Yep.
time.
It
That was
was it in Germany or where was it that you first saw it?
in Amsterdam. So it was all the Aldi stores was in Europe, on that side of the world. So when I started seeing all the Aldi stores here in the US, I said, "Oh, they found their way over here," you know. And everyone started getting familiar with going into Aldi's, buying certain things, as well as leaving Aldi's and going to the regular supermarket, because Aldi's was reasonable with prices, and they always had different things. But my time in Amsterdam was very interesting, to say the least, in terms of the people, the culture, especially the Dutch, the Portuguese. There was so many Surinese people from Suriname lived there.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of people from Suriname migrated from to Amsterdam, as well as from Curacao. People left Curacao to go to Holland for more better education. And
Okay.
so it was a blend of people, a lot of multicultural relationships, and the Dutch, and in Amsterdam, they created their farms and their greenery. That was water. I didn't know that everything there is like man-made, right? But
Wow.
you can't tell the Dutch that
Wow.
that's why they so proud and prideful, it's because they created this world,
That's
you
good to
know.
know. So
Yeah.
it's like Abu Dhabi, no, Dubai. It's like
Mm.
Dubai where they just created it out of nowhere.
Even
And isn't that something
yes,
you
it's
can literally
yes.
keep?
They
Mm.
created it, sis, and then you see the animals. They got the animals and put the animals there. It's like it was just amazing to see how that world is. That world.
So, wow. Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you. I do want to show, like the size of this, the diameter. It's just a nice, good size for a lunch. And
Mm. Oh,
hey,
you
we even
rolled
got,
it up. You rolled it. Okay.
I did. You know what I
Yes.
did? So, because we got TWP popcorn in here, he rolls
We
up a lot of
should.
stuff. I learned how
Yeah.
to roll good from him.
Ah! You better watch
He
that.
look, he grows it, he rolls it, he
He
eats
grows
it,
it,
and
he rolls it, he eats it. All.
look, he grows everything though. Like he's over there growing eggplant and everything. So
Wow.
this is how y'all, this is a great sandwich, by the way. If you're driving for Amazon Flex, this is great to have on your person because it's handheld,
Yeah, that
right?
looks good.
Look, when you're
Without the
listening,
mayo.
all right, we just gonna bypass that. But what I was gonna say is that if you all, you know what, too, speaking of Amazon, TWP Popcorn is he's using the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's where he'll post a lot of his Amazon links. So let's say he didn't go through Amazon of the Amazon affiliates program. He said, I'm just going to be a regular affiliate. And that's where, you might do blog posts and post your links. Buy Me a Coffee has a blog feature. So he would post them
It
there. They have
does.
an app. They have, over 100,000 users now. It might be a million. I forget what it is. But my point is that, yes, there are so many ways to get in and to grow. And so that's where, I'm pretty much finished for tonight, unless you all have any other questions. I see Jenny Mentor wants to go back to Amsterdam. So
No,
y'all were
that was
singing
Janice.
together?
Janice. That's my cousin Janice. She went on her own. No, my cousin Janice says she wants to go back. I think she's talking about to Amsterdam.
Were y'all singing together? What happened?
No, no, she's not a singer.
Okay. Wait, why are you laughing? She a background singer like me, like she shouldn't be singing at the mic. Come on. Why? Because you said that and you laughed. I ain't want to
No,
put you on the
I'm
spot,
just
but I saw
saying.
it.
I'm just saying. She's not a singer. She has other talents, I'll say.
Okay. Yeah,
Cuz,
look,
cuz,
we
can
all
you sing? Cuz, can you sing? And as you're talking about buy me a coffee, I'm so bad because my buy me a coffee page should be so much fuller with so many other things. It's just so empty. I'm gonna have to get on my job and do something about my buy me a coffee page.
Mhm.
You know?
Well, you know what? Let's do this. If you can pull up the comment by she by where is it saying, oh, thank you, the everyday life of an OCD chick. You have a good night as
Oh,
well.
have a
We are
good night. Thank
closing.
you for being here.
Yes, we are definitely closing. And when Jeannie Mentor says, is that allowed? Absolutely. This is the point of the sandwich. Put whatever main thing you want. So if you want salmon bites on there, just get the fruits and
That
vegetables
sounds
on there
good.
too.
Salmon bites sound good.
See, but just get the fruits and vegetables because what we find is that people aren't getting enough. And
Right.
then when they're out here and trying to build up their buy me a coffee pages or their Amazon pages, and share the screen, please, Sheila, share the screen. Then
Okay.
they're lost, they're confused, and all of that. See, y'all look at this page. It looks good to me. This is her buy me a coffee page, right? So Sheila already has extras on her page, which means if you go to the she has posts on her page. So look, she has a thank you message, she has I appreciate message. You can click in and read those. And she even has links in there. As you see, she has a link to her website in there. This is how you use it. So if I click this, look, she's just saying a simple thank you, and boom, anybody that comes here Where are we redirected to? Wait. Let me go back. We're redirected to her website. So on the home page, this is where you can buy Sheila a coffee. You can buy her counseling service. So that's what I was saying about the extras. If you need counseling, Sheila, look, some of us know, some of us don't, that you are a counselor. Like this is part of your profession and your life work. So there
Hmm.
are so many ways to have an instant website. Use Buy Me a Coffee, use Amazon, and then you can use these things together. So this way, if we're right here and we're like, hey, let's see what we can do because Superfood Parents has not done anything yet. Then you come over here, you put in your name, you say something nice, like, get in your fave, Sheila, and then you pay, okay? And that's it. And y'all, in case you're wondering, faves are fruits and veggies every spread. Every time you eat, you should have a fruit, you should have a vegetable. Try to get it in its whole form because that is what is going to save you with I'm going to, if you can stop sharing, I'm going to pay. But, anyways, that is what is going to save you all from all this inflammation, diabetes, your neck, your neck and your back. Look, you can make it if you just get on over here and get more fruits and vegetables with your salmon bites
Oh,
and all of that.
look at Annette. Annette is working tonight.
I see.
Thank you, Annette. And thank you, Laquita, for buying a coffee.
You're welcome. I hope it works. I hope I got the right account connected because
Yeah, thank you so much.
they changed some things on their end, and then there's a few different ways to pay and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, this is cool.
And buying me a coffee, the money goes to me trying to build the platform, buying particular things that I need for the channel to grow, a new camera, a new whatever.
Hmm.
So that's in case you wonder what buy me a coffee, you guys who've never heard of it or have never done it. As a matter of fact, being that she is here and Nay is here, um, it's just something to help grow the channel as
Hmm.
I grow, trying to buy things and make the channel look a little better.
Yeah, because of course, we all know that the more resources you have, the further you can go. And it's not just financial, but finances are a part of it. Like I have a food sponsor now. Great. I can cook more food. It's more economical for me. But the food costs somebody some money. So at
Right.
the end of the day, look, money, it is currency. It has to flow. So y'all let it flow in this direction to Bravo with Sheila Network. Buy her
Yeah.
coffee. All you got to do is Google buy me a coffee, Sheila Ingram, and it'll bring up her page.
Oh my goodness. And as you say that, because you have been so blessed to me and doing so much, pause for a second. This has been a big thank you to Ine Nia and also for your generosity to Russell Huggins, who helped me get some things, and Superfood Parents. Thank you so much for helping me to grow. If you want to become a sponsor, just look down below. You can see, you can see, and you can see. You can help me monthly or you can help me whenever you choose.
Oh, and if you could please share the screen again,
Yes.
y'all, this is how you know that is on the up. Sheila can't even act like or or nobody can act like anything because all of it is recorded. So for those of you that feel like it's a scam, the money's going to her. You got proof of it, right? And then you can even see who bought a coffee. It's right down here. So when you scroll down on her page, all her business is in the street. So y'all, it's fine for you to support, right? She's got goals. Help her get to them. She's at 25% of them, and she's doing an amazing job.
Oh,
Thank you, Sheila, for tonight, for this
thank you.
opportunity to talk about
Thank,
Amazon. If you
thank you
all
so
are
much.
not an Amazon seller, I've shown you several different ways to get it done. Be an influencer if you're not an Amazon seller, and if you're just trying to get your cash up, look, just drive for Amazon.
Just
So
drive for Amazon.
yes.
Just drive for Amazon.
They still taking drivers.
Yes, yes. This
All
has
I'm
been
saying.
so awesome. Every time, every single time. This has always been so awesome, awesome, awesome. Wait a minute. We have some folks that came in late and want to say
Hey,
hi.
She stole my thunder. She's in Canada too.
Oh, hi. She stole my thunder. Nice to have you here. I'm so glad
Yes.
I saw that you were there. I almost missed you. And you got
Yes.
TW P Popcorn is doing his thing with the fire and the B Mac
Yeah. Buy
and
me a coffee. B
buy
Mac.
me a coffee. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And Ine is saying thank you to you, Laquita. She's always a blessing, right, Ine?
Mm.
And my cousin Janice is thanking you. Everyone is thanking you. So this is good. So we'll see you next month.
Yes, I'll be back. And if y'all have any topics that y'all want to talk about, whether it's health related, whether it's business related, y'all let Sheila know so we can bring it to you.
Yes. And also, please go to Superfood Parents Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday mornings at 11:40,
15
15, and
Eastern
some
Standard Time.
Eastern Standard, right. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Please, please, please. You think she's cooking over here, but she's doing, she does so much on her own channel. And I'm so glad that we have a relationship like this and that we are doing things together. And she's just, I mean, we didn't even talk about again what she's doing in her community and how she's, oh my God. So,
We did though.
I
We
know,
did.
but there are other people here this time. So every time we have to kind of plug it in. We got a snapshot, but we flowed. We flowed tonight. It was a good flow.
Hmm.
It was a good flow. So give last words to the folks about faves, and then
I
we'll go.
will. I will. Y'all get your faves in every day. You know, the fiber, the antioxidants, the fuel that you get from whole foods will just make a difference. So, no matter what you're eating, if you're eating your salmon bites, you're eating your chicken, okay, that's fine, cool. But if you're eating your rice, if you're eating, well, rice grows from the ground, but it's not a vegetable. Potatoes, I don't know if they're a vegetable, but they grow in the ground because some things they call roots, some things they call herbs. If it grows from the ground, eat it. That's all I'm saying. If it grows from the ground, eat it, but fruits and veggies every spread, every meal. Make sure 50% of your plate, all of the documented things are telling us now. The food plate, the diabetic diet, everything says 50% of your plate fruits and vegetables. It's not just for those of us that have chosen to eat less of this or more of that. It's for all the dietary recommendations across the board. So y'all just help me out because the more you eat fruits and vegetables, the less you'll need people like me, nurses coming to your home to, help you out.
And tell them your website where they can get about the fruits and vegetables you where they can start counting their points and
Absolutely.
tapping
Superfood
in.
Parents, sure. Superfoodparents.com. That is where you can get this ebook. If you don't want to go to Amazon and pay for it, you can definitely download your own copy, which might be easier to use it as a digital version. This particular playbook is free there. And this does show you how to count up those foods, 5 points for every fruit and vegetable. And it gives you a really easy outline to follow so that you know, okay, how do I become a superfood avenger? How do I become a plant powered titan or faves crusader? Yes, we have different levels of the superfood person you want to be. You want to be a health hero for your loved one. So definitely go to superfoodparents.com. And if you're looking for veggies to lower your blood sugar, all of them because of the fiber. And I say that it sounds crazy, but whatever vegetables you like and can eat, don't be out here eating mushrooms if you don't like mushrooms, because all vegetables, anything that grew out of the ground, but the fruits and the veggies specifically, they have the fiber that will slow down the release of the sugar. And so that's why I'm speaking, not to potatoes and rice so much, because the fiber in those will also deliver the sugar to your system at a more controlled rate that your body can handle. So that way you don't have the sugar spikes and you get the insulin key to open up. Anyway, my point is that all of them. It's the fiber that helps with that. The fiber is like a grandparent. I think I used this analogy before. The fiber is like a grandparent where they say, no, like a parent, where they say, well, you can get your dessert after your food. Whereas if you're just eating meat, cheese, or whatever, the fat is like a grandparent where it's pushing things along. Here, baby, you just got here, so come eat some of this ice cream. No. And then they don't mind. They give it to you in excess, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I saw Jeannie
Right.
Minter ask that question at the end about which veggies. And I say
Okay.
that because some people, whatever lifestyle they're on, their doctors have told them, well, now that you on dialysis, you can't have these things. Or now that you're on whatever, you can't have these vegetables. Well, eat the ones you can, because all the fruits and vegetables that you can have actually help to regulate your blood pressure. I mean, blood sugar, blood pressure too. It lowers your blood sugar, but your blood pressure, but your blood sugar, it will help to regulate it. It won't spike it. And so that way you'll see over time your A1C, when you increase your fruits and vegetables, it will help to also clear your arteries, which is also helping the blood to flow, all the nutrients to get where they can get to. It's amazing how your body is just synergistic. It works together. And so you'll see all of those things balanced because your body wants to heal, and it'll go back to when you was a baby, or at least a 10-year-old or 15 or something.
Well, thank you so much, Laquita Marie, Chef Laquita Marie. You
Mm,
know, you are a blessing. We thank you so much for your information, for empowering us here at the Bravo Nation. You know, you like I said, we've adopted you. We have adopted you, and you know, you're a blessing to your family, to communities, and to everything. And you know, the doors are swinging open. They're going to continue to swing open at a set time. You know, he has the plan already written out. So
mm.
just stay the course. Just stay the course.
Thank you.
And enjoy your sandwich while I close. Keep munching and stay right there. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate. I appreciate. Well, let me put this. Jeannie says, uh-huh. Thank you. No meds for me. That's right. That is correct.
Food
That
is
is
your medicine.
Food is your medicine. And so, listen, guys, I'll see you again. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Do I have a show? I do have a show tomorrow. Tomorrow, I have Charmy, my cousin Charmy, who moved from the US and who is living in Ghana. We're going to catch up with Charmy. I told her we were going to check back in with her when she got up and just left. So, I think the Africa series that we've been doing, this is number 6. So yeah, this is number 6. I'm gonna
It's
keep the
wonderful.
Africa information going, and just doing what we do here on the Bravo Network. And Laquita, I need to talk to you about a couple of things, but I'll talk to you. But stay right there as I close. Listen, guys, ciao. Stay well. Remember, remember, remember that when nothing changes,
Nothing changes.
nothing changes. So what do you have to do? You have to keep it moving. You got to keep it moving. There's no other way. Keep it moving. Period. Period. See you guys later.